We know that we only use between 3 and 15% of our brain. And why is that? We do have that brain. Why on earth don't we use it? I think that it's because we are traumatized. You know, the brain is crampling itself together because we have all this angst and for the future because of the past. And when we relax and become more joyful and happy, the brain relaxes and then we can use it. Ayurveda is the oldest medicine system we have in the world today. It comes from the old Vedas. Veda means knowing. It is said that the wise men in the villages in India and Persia went out in the mountains and got their knowing from God. Probably they sat out there and meditated. And then they come back to their villages and they sang this knowing from father to son during the next 5,000 years. To be a modern leader today, I think that the first question you should ask yourself is, who am I? Because as Socrates said, if you don't know yourself, how can you know anything else in life? I have been a very successful businesswoman. I have run my own company for many years. And it has been hard because I started with not so much money. And when I was 32, I got a very serious heart attack and almost died from my husband and 2 small children and my job, of course. And then at that time, you know, there was nothing, I didn't know anything about human development or spirituality or anything. So the only thing I could do was to learn to meditate. From that day I learned that. I started on a journey which I didn't know, they didn't tell us about it. But it was a very, very big journey into something else. And from that day I could sleep in the night. From that day I had much, much more energy. So I could start a journey of developing myself. We are here to learn something, and we come here with a very unique purpose, every one of us, to serve something. And we have to find that, of course. I had, you know, a lot of goals and strategies and time deadlines and so on. So after some years, when I meditated for many hours a day in many years. Then I started to stop all that. I started to be more intuitive. And my son, who has a degree in political science, he helped me in the company and is taking over it now. He was very unsatisfied with me. He said, "What the hell is happening with you? Why don't we have goals and strategies and deadlines which we have before?" And I couldn't answer him. And I was very unhappy about it, but I couldn't bring myself back to the old way of running a company. And then slowly I found out that I was much more in the now, and I could take a much better decision now, and that all this strategy and goals, you can do it, but they made it 5 years ahead, and the world is so much changing. So within 2-3 months, all the life is quite different than you thought when you sat down and did that. You have to be to share, yet you have to share to be.